Hi, I'm Rich Tehrani. I'm the president and group editor-in-chief of TMC, and we're here today at the Voice Peering Forum Winter 2007, and I'm going to be interviewing Vic Bozzo, who's the VP of Worldwide Sales of NexTone, which is now called NextPoint, and Vic's going to tell us a little bit first about that merger.
Sure. So NexTone came together with a company called ReefPoint and creating NextPoint. NexTone has primarily been in the voice over IP session border controller space, creating session border control, session management, and policy management for about 600 carriers globally. ReefPoint has primarily been in the femtocell fixed to mobile connectivity space, and what makes for a really exciting synergy is that when you put the fixed to mobile convergence type technology together with the session border control technology, and you add policy management on top of both of those, you essentially cover the full gambit of interconnectivity issues that carriers are facing and application service providers are facing in the world.
Now, you had this acquisition take place after the two companies collaborated, right? So tell us about that.
Sure. We've been working together for about a year in terms of understanding what type of technology is required for the next generation of product in the IMS stack. So let's call it an integrated border gateway that we've been building together. And so it was a natural transition for us, after we've collaborated and built this product and announced it, to get together and combine the technology with the large sales force that NexTone has today. And our customers have really been driving us to add technologies that get them into the application and mobility space.
So a simple question is, where's the corporate headquarters going to be?
Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Okay.
Remains the corporate headquarters for NexTone and obviously now NextPoint. And Woody Ritchie, who was the CEO of ReefPoint, becomes the CEO of the combined company. And David Walsh, who is currently acting as interim CEO and chairman of the board of NexTone, takes his former position as chairman of the board.
So the last time I was down at NexTone visiting, I believe it was maybe a year and a half ago, you guys had quite an amazing lab set up there. Is that still a big initiative?
Absolutely. One of the, I think the biggest pieces that NexTone has focused on is NextPoint at this point, is the interoperability between these islands of networks. So when you think about the fact that there is all sorts of sessions out in the world. They could be voice, they could be video, they could be data. Traditionally, these sessions, while there's loose standards around them operating together, the concept of normalization hasn't really existed, like we were used to it in the ISUP or SS7 world. So NexTone took it upon themselves to build out a large interoperability lab. And in that lab, we carry technologies from throughout the industry. We also enable other vendors to come in and inter-network and test for their customer needs. And at this point, we've certified about 300 or so odd vendors in the various spaces, from consumer devices to large banks of media gateways to soft switching to feature servers to conference bridges to IP PBXs.
So what's going to be next from the company, or is it too soon to ask?
I think you'll see it's probably not too soon, because it's a very forward-looking company. Obviously, in light of our merger activity, because we believe we're way ahead of the curve on actually delivering today a product that sits in the IMS space and provides both voice and data integration. So what you'll see from us is we're also working in large enterprises today. We're working through ASPs who are servicing consumer offerings, Web 2.0 type applications. We think wherever there are sessions, to be managed and to be connected and normalized, there's a large play for NextPoint.
And mobile devices are going to help your growth?
So if you look at the, you take a brief look at the market, the fixed line market, the penetration in terms of, if we were just talking voice of VoIP, is probably 25 to 30%.
Right.
So we've got a huge growth curve to go. Now, when you look at the mobile market or the mobility market, you're talking about a tremendous amount more upside in that market, and the penetration is already much lower. So, but it's growing faster, and we're seeing this. I've been traveling around the world recently to emerging markets, and what we're seeing is that there's a leapfrog effect in terms of technology. So, if I'm sitting in Russia today, I may not invest in that interim technology if I'm the mobile provider, right? Because I don't necessarily need to go. I may already be in a data type environment.
Right. So they go straight
to IP.
Okay,
we're seeing that.
And that's good for the business, right? I would imagine.
We think it's great for the business because when we as a company live really in the all IP domain. So these transition technologies, while they definitely have the ability to get a lot of traction and a lot of revenue dollars. Really, from a long-term perspective, you really, as the world moves IP, having technology that is already fundamentally in that domain is really important to the sustainability, I think, of an organization.
Well, thanks, Vic.
Thank you.
You've had an interview here with Rich Tehrani and Vic Bozzo with NextPoint, and thank you for listening. And we're here at the VPF Winter 2007. Thank you.
Thank you.